My face is like super, it's super glowed up today. Super, I put my glow oil on. It's like a sunscreen, but in the in the camera, it's just looking extra glowy, borderline oily. So excuse that. But okay, we have a lot to talk about today. All right, I am on my walking pad, so I encourage you to hop on your walking pad as I am walking, right? Like there's no point. And now if you're at work, understandable. But if you're on a lunch break or you are at home, like it's your off day, get up, watch me while you're standing up. Watch me, go take a couple laps around the block for 10 minutes. Don't just sit here and watch me get my 10,000 steps in today. Get your 10,000 steps in today too. And, honestly, guys, I'm in the corner of this is my office, right? This is what I want to get, guys? I want to get a sign right here to put right here that says Embody Pursuit. So I think that would be like really, really cool. What up, Lisa? Yes, I know. People keep saying, all we're missing is Lisa. People have been asking about you. So we're happy that we have a guest appearance today. So, okay, we have a lot to talk about. And I want to start off by telling you guys this wild story. I can't believe I haven't told you guys this story yet. Like, it's insane. You got your workout in this morning and Lisa's not playing around this year. Do you feel like you're seeing a difference? Like, because sometimes, like, when you really start getting this journey kickstarted, you can end up, like, kind of, like, getting a little bit inflamed because your body's, like, not used to, like, the consistency. But so, and then it's like if someone hops on the scale and then they are inflamed, they're like, oh, I'm not losing the weight. So for the first 2 to 3 weeks, if you do see the scale go up a little bit, I just want to let you know that that's normal. So, but just keep going, and then eventually, as you continue to drink water, as you continue to work out, like your body. Oh, and I'm going to do a whole video on the water weight thing. I did a lot of research. Just the quick answer though, while you're on, and then I'm going to get into the story. The quick answer is we don't realize that salt, we could be undersodiumed or oversodiumed, right? So I'm going to weigh myself. Okay, I love that. You're not like, that's good that you're not going to weigh yourself every day because that can just completely throw people off. But when you are, let me slow this down a little bit. So with your salt intake, I'm just going to tell you what I did I did an entire extensive research on it, but just to give you a quick measurement of how I can tell that I haven't been drinking enough water is it's in my face. It's a blessing and a curse because I think because my face will get inflamed, I'm like, okay, what did I eat? What did I drink? What did I not drink? It like is a quick indicator, right? Some people, they always have like this chiseled face, but they're like gaining a ton of weight, but like they don't really notice because their face looks really thin. So for me, like we have lymph nodes. Like if you look at a chart, like let me show you really quick. I'm going to show you exactly what gets puffy in my face, like the exact areas, and that's how I can tell I'm not drinking enough water. And then also it kind of like, once my face goes down, I can tell the water weight in my stomach goes down. So it's almost like they're connected. But let me show lymphatic and face. Okay. So for me, okay. So this is a good one right here. So when my face gets puffy, see this? My face will get puffy exactly where these lymphatics are. So like I will see it right here. Like this right here will be really puffy on me. And like a little bit right here, but like it's mainly here. So if I wake up in the morning and like, this is like just bigger, I'm like, yeah, I didn't drink enough water, or like I didn't have enough salt. Because in my diet, I don't have enough salt. Hey, beautiful, summertime is around the corner. We have to get right. Yes. So we're going to talk about, I'm happy that you said that. So Lisa, I hope that like gives you a quick answer of how you can tell. What'd you say? Star shorts? So you're going to respond to Lisa and not the first comment? What was the first comment? Can you link that walking pad? Yeah, I can link the walking. Oh, it's actually down. If you go to my TikTok, the exact one that I'm on, if you go to my TikTok, if you have TikTok, if not, it's on my Amazon store too. So I have, here, let me just link it for you right now. I'm not really sure what, really quickly, guys, like, I don't tolerate any disrespect, period. So if you wouldn't say that to me in person, I don't tolerate it because it's through a text. So if I happen to miss a comment, it's not intentional. I'm love answering your guys' questions, but if you're trying to get my attention, just ask it again. I'm happy to answer it. Okay? But yeah, like saying something like that when I'm training and coaching, I don't appreciate it. So you have one, like the next comment, you'll just be banned from the channel. Because I just have a zero tolerance, but like that's on the edge, but just be careful. If I don't see your guys' comments, just, write it again. Top dog just came to drop by and say, do a quick like. Before an interview. Oh, okay, you're conducting an interview. Awesome. By the way, you guys, everyone go to his, okay, first of all, go to his page, follow him, okay? Go to his page, follow his page. I hope you're still on, and because I know you have to pop on and you're popping off, but there was one of your shorts popped up on my feed, and it was him and his wife, and I think that you decorated, and you were like, did like a Valentine's dinner. I thought it was so cute. It was so, so, so cute. Everyone go follow him. He gives like a lot of really great advice about sales. So, okay, so let me link the walking pad really quickly as I'm explaining. Okay, so I have a crazy story, you guys. This story is like insane. By the way, this one, it comes with the walking pad that I'm on. It comes with the little remote, and it's about this thick. So it can slide under a bed really, really easily. Okay. So guys, this story, I can't believe I haven't told you guys this story yet. Okay, so anytime, really quick guys, my Amazon store, I link all my stuff. So, like, you guys can go to down in my description, and all my stuff is always here. And it's categorized with like Embody Must-haves, Embody Beauty, Embody Fitness. So all the fitness stuff that I use, like the bands, the weights, some of my fitness outfits, all that stuff will be linked. Okay. Oh yeah, no worries. Okay. So if you click on Embody Fitness, it will take you to it. All right, so you just scroll down to the bottom, just go to Embody Fitness in that link, and then just scroll past, like these are some of the clothes that I wear, and then scroll past, and then there should be the walking pad right here. Okay. And then there's like other stuff that I use, but yeah, there's a walking pad right here. So you just click on it, and then you'll be able to put it in your that's exactly what mine has a greenish color on it, but that doesn't matter. Okay, anyways, guys, all right, let's get into the story. And it's gonna wake you guys up. It's gonna wake you guys up. Okay. So I went to this gala, I went to this event. And when you're sitting at an event, it's like assigned seating. And so it's assigned seating, you don't know who they purposely put you next to strangers. So I end up sitting next to this guy. He's in his later 40s. And, you're sitting there at this, 2 to 3 hour event, right? So as everybody's kind of getting to know each other, chit-chatting or whatever, he ends up telling us this insane story of his life. So he was a guy that used to sell substances that were then illegal and now illegal. Okay? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, then illegal, now legal. Okay? So he was like making, I think close to like $1 million consistently a year at a young age. And at the time, again, this substance, I'm not going to say what it was, but I'm sure you guys can guess what it is, right? And so this young guy, at the time he was young, he's getting, and this is going to circle back to why you cannot waste your life. You guys, this story is crazy. So he's living his life. He's buying properties at 21 years old, 22 years old. He's buying like crazy mansions. He's buying these exotic cars like crazy. He's only 21 years old, right? And he was doing it in a way where, actually, you know what? I think it was just becoming legal. Okay, it was just becoming legal to sell the substance that I'm talking about. So it was just becoming legal. So he had all of these different dispensaries, okay? Something about like you had to have a certain kind of license in the dispensaries, and like that's where I guess he kind of like arguably dropped the ball, okay? Goes to jail. All the people that he put on, you know, people from his young life, people from his family, nobody had his back. Everybody just kind of like let him take the hit, right? So this guy, so again, he's sitting next to me at a gala. He's telling us this story. So this is crazy, you guys. So he goes to jail. He's in jail for like 8 or 9 years. He's in jail. And, you know, so he was like young. He was like 24, 25. So when he got out, it was like he was closer to 35, okay? So, you know, he's in there doing what people do while they're in jail, okay? And it sounds like he made the best of it. Like he was reading books, he was reading finance books, he was like doing all that, right? So he gets out of jail, okay? He gets out of jail. Mind you, okay, so mind you, let me really quickly put this other link in here. So he gets out of jail, and he's now, you know, when you get out of jail, it's like you're, you know, linking up with like the people that you knew before you went into jail, okay? You're reconnecting with your family, you're reconnecting with friends. And when he got out, he's flat broke, right? He's flat broke. All the millions that he made as a young kid, okay? You know, selling, having dispensaries, all that money, he gave like cash, like bundles of cash to people. They stole it, they spent it, all of that, right? Even though they knew he was going to eventually get out, they still, even some of the people were his family members, okay? So they stole it, all that. So he gets out. I think he's like, there's one person that had like a couple thousand for him, but he's essentially like flat broke, right? And so he's getting out and he's like, okay, wow, like I got screwed over, you know, I'm really at a rock bottom. Now I'm in my mid-30s. You know, I feel like I wasted time. I feel like my life was taken from, like my youth, right? So he gets out, he's like, what can I do? Because he was used to a certain lifestyle when he was free, right? So he gets out, you guys, he becomes, like, he ends up, I think he's like now, because this story is from a couple years ago, but now he's probably a millionaire. But at the time he was in the high six figures, you know, 500, 600, 700,000. He ended up opening up restaurants. So he, you know, the whole time he was in jail, he studied how to start a business and, you know, the legal way and like what, you know, can make you the most bang for your buck and what he'd be interested in. So so during that time, he's making the best use of his time, gets out within a year and a half, he ends up being able to make 100K and above, and then eventually going to the 500K, 600K, 700K. All right. And I was like, that's wild. And he was like, and but the craziest thing is that when he got out, everybody, you guys, I hope this wakes you up. So lean in and listen in. If you've been kind of spacing out while I've been telling you this story, lean in and listen in right now. Listen. He said that when he went to jail, when he got out, and then he got up to 100,000 within a year, everybody else that had all that time while they were free out in the real world were in the same boat. They were in the same boat, you guys. They didn't do any. So he goes to jail. We're thinking from you know, as someone that's not in jail, like, oh wow, but you know, he's losing his youth and he's da 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 da. No, guys, it was like he went into like an 8-year academy in a way and just got to get focused, right? So right when he came out, he's on his way to a millionaire again because his mind was already there. His mind was already there. So I think it's crazy because how many of us, okay, so this is how this correlates with this Embody Pursuit tribe, okay? So this squad here, the purpose of Embody Pursuit, we're always in pursuit of embodying that next top level. Not just your next like little level, your next top level, right? Like you're breaking new ceilings for yourself. That story was so powerful for me because it's like how many of us say, and I'm just going to use some examples, like specifically in my comments right now, there's people that have found my page because of YouTube growth, right? Or they found my page because of fitness, right? So either one. There's so many people that are like, I'm going to start next month. I'm going to start next year. I'm going to start next week. I have to get X, Y, and Z figured out first. And I'm like thinking of that guy's story where he got out and he got to see, and I'm trying to pin this, but for some reason, he got to see, you guys, the reality of the lack of time. He actually got to experience that. Okay? So what's crazy, you guys, is that everybody that he knew before was still broke. People were still broke. They were still probably even heavier, right? Like still no fitness goals ever achieved, still complaining, still wishing and hoping and praying, still living off of credit cards, still behind on their rent, behind on their mortgage, right? Like they were in the same spot, and he came out. He lost 8 to 9 years of his life, came out, and then got ahead of everybody. So like sometimes, guys, like when I'm on these lives with you guys, I really mean it. Like see how like Top Dog came on here and he had like other stuff to do and he said, hey, what's up? If you are someone that's trying to grow your YouTube channel or you're trying to get in shape, right? And you're like, okay, I'm going to listen to Ciana do it for a while, and then I'm going to listen to another podcast, and then I'm going to do some more research, and then I'm going to ask ChatGPT, and then I'm going to read another article, and then, okay, you know what, I'm going to get back to work, and then, you know what, I'm just tired. Okay, I'll do it tomorrow. It's like, you guys, it's not a joke. Time is fleeting. It is it's slipping into the future, in the wise words of Seal, okay? It is time to let this be the year that you figure it out. If you do not, I'm telling you, like, so he came out, now he's in his late 40s, and you know, it's almost like he got right back to where he was because his mind he had excellent time management, right? He was business savvy already, right? He was organized, right? So even though he was doing something kind of half illegal, half not, right? Because he had the skills of an entrepreneur, a millionaire entrepreneur in the mind and his body too. Like he got right back to being in shape. I think he was kind of undernourished when he was in jail, but he got right back in the gym, excellent nutrition. Like he told us about his nutrition, excellent nutrition. And he looked really, really good for his 40s, like late 40s. I was shocked. I thought he was in his mid 30s. So you guys, it's not a joke. Let this be the year. Like when I am, you know, talking to you guys about my reset, like my free reset guide that I put in there, it's not so Ciana can just sell something or collect. It's like, I really want you to get it moving. Get it moving, because you don't want to be like the people when he came out of jail. You don't want to be the person where you watch someone come out of jail and in 2 years they're already 15 steps ahead of you. They're already coming out with the body of their dreams and the money of their dreams to be able to, and using the money as a resource to be able to set their life up the way that they want to set it up. All right? So let this be the year, okay? With your YouTube channel, with your side business. if you want to move up in your job, but you're like, oh, I know if I just do X, Y, and Z, I'll get moved up. But like, I'm just too lazy. Let this be the year that you figure it out. Oh, you know what? I'm already 51 years old. I really want to like get the weight off, or I really would like some muscle definition, but like, I don't know where to start. Figure it out. Hire a trainer. That's what I did. I cut back on other bills, other expenses, and I hired a master trainer. You guys, like, and I recorded all of it. I still got to upload all of it. But you guys, like, I have a whole playlist on here, training with a master trainer. Okay? I did not look cute. I was like grunting, crazy weird angles, all that, but it was the best investment because now I have all of that footage and experience and teachings from this master trainer. So like, let this be the year where you're like, you're just finally going to say, F it, I'm going to get uncomfortable and I'm going to figure it out. You make time for this stuff you want to make time for. Exactly. Exactly. And you know what, Lisa? To add on to that, it's like a lot of the stuff that we really want, it's going to require us to be uncomfortable. And most of us are perpetually trying to get comfortable. Like, we want to be wrapped up in a blanket. We want to be warm. We want to be fed. We want to be rubbed. You know, we constantly want to be like, go back into the mother's womb type of feeling. But like, we need to be comfortable getting out in the cold, doing stuff. Like, you guys, even right now, as I'm doing this live, I was like, I kind of want to just sit down and like, you know, in my chair. And I'm like, I have why would I sit? Because I showed you guys last time on my live last time, I showed you guys my my walking pad, and I'm like, I got off the live and I was like, why wasn't I on the walking pad? Like, I'm showing you guys that I have a walking pad and I'm just comfortably sitting for, remember that 4-hour live that we had? I was sitting that whole 4 hours. I could have been walking at this pace, right? And I like how this one isn't super loud too. So by the way, if you do get it, it is down in the description. So it's like if you know, have neighbors, or I don't know, I live in an apartment, so like the walls are a little bit thin. That's why I'm kind of like not, because my voice will project. So that's why I'm kind of like keeping my voice a little bit calm. I don't know if they're home or not, but life is short. You have to make the most of it and stretch your abilities. And perfect segue to what I was going to show you. Okay. Thank you guys for the compliments as well. I appreciate it. So this is crazy. So I'm actually creating one for myself, but I came across this life tracker. Okay. I came across this life tracker on someone's page like a year and a half ago. And it was literally tracking the human lifespan on a 120 scale. Because according to our telomeres, we have the ability to live till 120. Now, that's if we want to, right? Like, that's, you know, you'd have to make sure you live a detox lifestyle. You're always moving your body, all that, right? But I want to show you guys something really quickly. And it's, this is not the tracker that I saw, but this is just like a quick kind of a snapshot, but I want to put it in a visual aspect for you guys. By the way, I'm drinking from my Big Impact Energy mug. Look how cute this mug is. What I was shocked, by the way, when I partnered with this company to make these cups, because you know, me and you are making a big impact no matter what the numbers are, we're making a big impact. So I just remind myself every morning with this. But I was shocked by the quality. I was shocked by the quality. So if you're like big on quality like I am, this is worth it. So and hold on. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I've been going on my exercise bike while watching. Yes, I love that. Like, you guys, watch your Netflix, watch your favorite movies, watch your housewives, but just be doing something. That's what I've done. And I'm going to show you guys this tracker in 1 second. But I love that you said that, because when people are like, you know, how do you look youthful? How do you do all this? It's because I'm not like, I have my days, of course, I'm not perfect, but like, I'm always doing something to counteract perpetually aging, if that makes sense. So if I'm watching Netflix, which I never do, I don't even know why I use that example, because I personally don't sit and watch Netflix. Maybe like once in a blue moon, like I'll be like, oh, I just kind of don't want to think at all. because even a really good podcast will have you thinking, right? So sometimes I will like put on a movie or something, but it's rare these days. I'm ready to embody pursuit level, right? In pursuit of embodying my next top level, right? So I what I'll do is I'll do like a face mask, right? Or I'll be walking, or I'll stretch, like I'll sit on the ground and I'll be stretching, watching Netflix, and people are like, "Oh, my back. Oh, I'm just getting older." And it's like, "Well, no. Instead of sitting curled up, crunched up like this, like you could be on the ground stretching. Like, why not? And still watch your movie, right? Even eat a snack while you're stretching. You can like have a couple of, have your trail mix, have your little chips, be munching on your chips, and you're just like stretching, watching your movie. I used to do gymnastics when I was a kid, and that was one of the things that they would have us do. We would have to sit there for like 2 hours with our legs, stretched out, and then they would put on a movie for us. And we would just be like watching the movie, to really be, like the really crazy flexible where like the leg is like way up here. Like that's what we were doing. I'm sick today, so I can't go to the gym, but you can still take a walk out. So you might actually feel better. You might actually feel, I mean, be smart, or do a nice steam shower. Do a really nice steam shower. Like before you go in the, turn on your shower, close the door, put on the vent, and like close the curtains, and turn your water up as hot as it can go. And then like for like 5 or 7 minutes, and then go in there, of course, turn it down to where you can handle the heat, and then go sit in there for like 15-20 minutes. Even now you're getting out toxins, so that might be something too. If you're like, I really don't feel like walking, pay attention to really how you feel. But sometimes walking just out in the sun could actually make you feel better. Yes, I love sitting on the ground stretching while playing Xbox. Yeah, exactly. Instead of laying on the bed, then you're like getting a cramp because of like how you're laying, and then you can like move certain ways. I love it. I'll do editing my videos. I don't do a ton of editing, but like if I'm doing quick TikTok shorts, because I do sell on TikTok shop. I do have a TikTok shop that I sell a bunch of products on. So I'll do a lot of editing for those videos, and uploading, and I'll sit on the ground. I'll be reading emails, and I'll sit on the ground and be stretching. Or this is my laptop right here. I'll hop right over here in my office. This is my corner of my room is my office, and I'll, do my thing. I love that you do your lives. You're brave. I remember the entire reason why I started the gym was to get away from video games and corn. I don't want to get flagged. And digital stimulation. Yep. And I'm happy that you brought up all those, you guys, like we are perpetually trying to like get bouts of really cheap dopamine hits. So if you can master that in your life, you just see the fruits of that. You really will. Like, for example, like if you really start to scale back on the social media, scale back on the sugar, scale back on the corn, scale back on drinking, scale back on the smoking, like all of that, you just like your mind is clear, and then you can create something like this. Like this is stimulating for me. Like as I'm doing this, as I'm teaching and encouraging and inspiring and communicating back and forth, this is stimulating, right? Like when you it helps you actually finally discover, like all the cloudiness like starts to go away, and you can discover your purpose. I feel like finally at the good old age that I am now, I finally discovered my purpose. Like I can actually comfortably say, yeah, I found my purpose. So now my life is just now starting. Like all the other years were it was a training ground. Now I'm living out my purpose. Isn't that crazy? Like, I mean, I'm exaggerating, but in a way, it's also super crazy how almost everyone's brains and super wired to their phones. Yep. Including mine. Yep. We were missing out on real life experience. You guys, it's so true. And I realize that. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. Perfect everything from here. Keep up the good work. Yeah, like you guys, I realized that last year. So that's why I've been doing, you guys will see me live at the gym. You guys will see me live walking out in nature. Because I like looked at my life and I was just like, you know what? Because of this like remote lifestyle and entrepreneurial lifestyle, I'm starting to kind of like not be around actual humans. You know, like other than family events or like an event that I'll get invited to in LA. But other than that, like going to a career where you see, you know, several hundred people like I used to when I was in my 20s, and then now having a more of a remote life, I have to place myself in environments with humans. And I was starting to get used to like being super comfortable not being around humans. Like it was more comfortable for me not to be around humans. And I was like, okay, whoa. This is not healthy. This is not healthy. So I could feel it. I was like, I shouldn't be like, oh, I don't want to see people today, you know? And I think what happened is I don't want to say, the 2020 shutdown, it got me comfortable not seeing anybody. Because I feel like, I don't know if you can do this. I don't know all the psychology behind it, but like, I feel like I probably would have been considered someone that was an extrovert in my teen years and in my 20s. But in my 30s, like I'm definitely, I'm an ambivert. I'm 50-50. Like I enjoy being around a lot of people, but on my terms, like not all the time. So I noticed that the 2020 shutdown, it got me more comfortable with like just not having to interact. And I'm like, so I made myself back uncomfortable by like going to, you're 20, welcome. This is a perfect channel to be on. The perfect channel to be on when you're 20, because you can learn and collect information. I wish that I had access to people that were in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, like just dropping gems, right? Back in the day, like the only mentors you had were maybe a family member, if you were lucky, maybe someone in your community, maybe a teacher that it was maybe like one or two, maybe three at max that you had access, unless you were hiring, you know, like hiring a master coach, but like that wasn't a thing 20 years ago when I was 20, you know what I mean? So, or 20 years ago I was 19, but you guys get what I mean. I was so happy during the shutdown because I'm around people. I was so happy during the shutdown because I'm around people all the time. See, I love being by myself. I want to be around people. And yeah, that's me too. It's like, I was like, people were like, oh man, like my life. And I'm like, yes, like I like loved it. Like but I started to realize that I was like loving it too much to where like that humanness, like the community that we're born, the primitiveness of like community was, I could tell that was a lacking area in my life. And so I was like, okay, let me at least go to like, you know, lunch. I don't always have to make lunch at home. I mean, it's good to save money, but you know, let me like go out to lunch, you know, every once in a while. Let me go work at a cafe just to be around humans, like not even really interacting, but just to like see other humans. Cause like this lifestyle, they've done studies where they predict, I don't think you were following me at the time, Lisa, but I did a whole live on what they predict remote workers to look like. And it's crazy how they look. Crazy. But for you like your career is being around at least one other human, you know, because you're working on, so that's cool. But me, you guys, there was like months where I like, the only human I had seen was like family members. Like, and that was it. I was like, okay, yeah, this is crazy. Because then I was like ordering, I was doing Amazon Fresh delivery. I was doing Whole Foods delivery, right? Let's see. It says, if it weren't for the C panty, I don't think I would have passed high school. Oh, maybe C lockdown was, yeah, I agree. Everybody had a discovery. I feel like it woke people up. Like me, I started going hard with this channel during the C. And you guys know what I did, which I encourage everyone to do. I learned how to trade stocks. best thing I ever could have done. I also was a caregiver, so I would take care of my grandma. So it was like kind of like perfect timing because my grandmother passed away during the pandemic. She did not pass away from the sea. She passed away from dementia. But so I was with her anyway, and she was on her way out. And when you're at that stage, she needed full-time care anyway. So it kind of like worked out. But while I was in conjunction taking care of her, I also was building this channel and building my other caregiving channel at the same time. But it was more of a caregiving TikTok. So it was like here for fitness and self-development and all that. And then on TikTok, I was doing my caregiving. So it like ignited my passion. Like it helped me discover my gifts, like gifts that were already there, but they were dormant. So how many of you guys have a gift that is just laying dormant, right? So, okay, so let me show you guys this really quickly. Heather, I enjoyed spending HUME with my kids in the lockdown. I'm walking and scooter. Yeah, like that. Yeah, the walks. I started to go on walks too. That's how I discovered walks, which is crazy because that's like something that was just natural. But a lot of us rediscovered walking and just getting outside, you know. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you guys. So when next time you talk about, okay, I don't have time, or I do want to figure out, like, you know, Ciana sells digital products. I see her selling digital products all the time. I want to sell, you know, I can solve problems. I have a cookbook idea. I have, you know, I want to make money on the side. I love my career, but I still want to make money on the side. Or, you know, I want to finally get the body of my dreams, or I want to finally get better at, you know, my organization, like whatever areas are lacking in your life. If either A, you click out of the live and start doing it now, or B, right after this live, and if you have time today, do it. Or not even if, you have the time, make it a priority. Like if you have kids, say if you work a normal 9 to 5, and then you get off and you have to pick up the kids from school and you're with the kids, tell the children, and I know this is going to vary depending on how young the children are, but if the children have homework, or if the kids want to probably focus on their iPad or their video games or playing anyway. So from 7 to 8 p.m. is where you build your business. Like you even say, hey, mommy's going to do this, daddy's going to do this. You focus on your, you know, you already did, okay, perfect. You already did your homework. You play. Mom's going to be in the bedroom at the desk. If you need me, if you need me for anything, come get me. But from 7 to 8, mom's going to do her business, right? So it's like, it's doable, but you just have, but who wants to really do that, right? But you got to get uncomfortable. Like this has to be the year that you have to be comfortable with getting awkward, getting cringy, failing, like not knowing something and just taking a ton of time to figure it out, not knowing the jargon, not knowing the, you know, all these terms, not knowing how to piece things together, right? Let this be the year. So this is, who can tell me what this is? Like, what's being crossed out? Who can tell me what this is? Give me a guess. Definitely agree with getting in comfy. Yep. Exactly. So this is my life right here. This is my life. So this is done. This is done. Okay. So this is all that I have left. And then to be honest, we already know what kind of starts to happen down here, depending on like what goes on. No, this is our ages. So right now, this is the first third of my life, depending on, and this is 120. So the reason why it says 120 is because according to science, we can technically, we have these human bodies have the actual ability to live till 120. And as we can see that now that we have better medical, you know, that's a debate, but you know, there's more information out there. There's more food. Yeah. So you're like me, Lisa, or Heather, sorry. You're like me, Heather, and Lisa. Look, all me, you, and Lisa are right here. This is done. So the next time, like, isn't that crazy? And I'm creating a chart, you guys. Right now I'm creating a chart where it's not only gonna mark it off this way, but and I'm gonna put it in my bathroom. And you know, like when you open up your medicine cabinet, it's really my beauty cabinet. But you know, you open that up and it's like all your skincare is in there. I'm gonna put the chart there because I have to open it up every day. So it's gonna be a little, and I'm gonna show you guys when I'm done with it. Because I saw someone else do it and I was like, that's a really excellent idea. It's gonna move me. It's gonna move me. Yeah, so you're 38, Lisa, you're 38. So I mean, that's what your chart is looking like. You guys are close to me, right? So you guys, like, and this chart that I'm gonna make, I'm gonna show you guys when I'm done. It's gonna be a check of every week that goes by. Every week. So even when I looked at this yesterday, I just looked it up real quick and I was like, I like the other chart that I saw because it was the chart that this guy had, it was every day. And I was like, okay, that's a lot. But it was a chart for 120 years of every week of your life. And you just go and you check it off. And when you think about it, you're 20, you know, being 20 at least, I still have some time to grow. Yep, give me a decade of proper training, diet, resting will be yeah, exactly. You have, and that's good that you see, okay, like, I'm done being a kid. You're 20 now. So it's time to, and I'm telling you, you're 20. If you can get your budget together, don't worry about buying all the latest Jordans. I'm telling you, don't worry about buying the latest Jordans. Okay? Don't worry about buying the latest, like, whatever name brand. After 35, nobody cares. I mean, you guys, like, people that are 35 and up in here, like, what do you guys say? Like, nobody cares. Like, I live in LA where it's like designer city, right? It's Chanel bag city. Look, I enjoy designer, but like, it's like not that, it's just not that serious. Like, it's like, cool if you have some pieces, cool if you have the money, if you can comfortably buy Gucci and Chanel and all that, turn up, you know what I mean? Like, do your thing. But if you're like trying to get something to then feel like you are worthy to be in the same room as people, nobody cares after 30, really 30, but nobody in my, like, you guys, I will be straight in an event where there's celebrities there, where there's CEOs there, you know, at some of these like benefit dinners and benefit charities and, you know, galas and stuff. I'll be in there with, like, you guys, I went to an event last year and again, like I said, I like nice things, but like, I'm not going to break the bank to try to hang, if that makes sense. So this is me. And I went to an event. Oh, well, here, let me show you on my Instagram. And then people were like, oh my God, your dress is stunning. You look stunning. Your dress is stunning, right? Where did you get that? Like, oh my God, do they have any more? You guys, this was the dress. Where did I? Oh, right here. So this was me. You guys, like, looking, I fit in with everybody with, you know, elegant looking earrings, right? I think they were like $15. The dress was $20. I get sent, no, in full transparency, I get sent a lot of dresses from TikTok, like from different TikTok sellers, to give my review. So this was one of, I was shocked, you guys. Look at the back of this dress. Like, look at this dress from, like, this, I mean, there's kind of some side boob, so don't just ignore the side boob, right? This is another, like, this is the back. Oh, sorry, guys. This is the back. So you guys, like, people were like, oh, I fit right in. I had some nice, elegant heels, some decent earrings. My makeup was kempt and nice. I had my natural hair. I was fitting right in with all the women that had $2,000 outfits on. Also, did you have acne when you were? No, it was worse. I got acne during my 30s, which is worse, like in my opinion, because I felt like I like got lucky. I was like, yeah, I mean, I had a couple blemishes here and there. I had a couple, like, you know, just the normal like things that women go through, and then it would like make you break out. But other than that, I, because of hormones, and during the 2020 shutdown was the worst my skin ever got, because the masks, something about like the masks rubbing up against my face, it like completely messed my skin up. So I'm actually still on a journey with that. Like I ended up getting pitted skin, like it was just crazy. So it like messed with my confidence a lot. And I had to deal with that while I was growing this YouTube channel. So I was like, how am I going to be on camera feeling like I can inspire people when I'm like staring back at myself, like at my skin? And thankfully, like YouTube, it doesn't have like the 4K, like extra clear HD when I go live. So it's actually to my benefit, because, you know, you can kind of probably see a little bit, but there was like some pittedness that's like healing. But I feel like it was God's way of teaching me a lesson of just like, you have to be so deep in your purpose and not care about physical things so much, right? Because we're always going to be changing. Like there's always going to be something, right? So you're going to have seasons where you feel like a 10. You're going to have seasons where you feel like a 2. And it just taught me that regardless of what any season I'm in, it's it's your purpose that stays constant, right? It's like your passion, your purpose, your gifts. Like, so no matter what this physical body is going through, like that is going to always be consistently growing and getting better and better. My toes, I love painting I just have my go-to white. I just do white toes. That's my go-to. Let's see. Also, do you do things like powerlifting and MMA? So I just do cardio kickboxing, and then I do like just weight training. I wouldn't really call it powerlifting, but I guess maybe I had some moments of that when I was training with my master trainer. But yeah, just doing normal weight training. So really at the end of the day, guys, like I want to tell you guys that story earlier to wake you guys up. Like the fact that that guy was in jail, got out of jail after 8 years, and still saw all his friends and family still broke, still complaining, still in debt, and he was within 1 year making 100K and above, and now a millionaire, right? So like, let this be the year. That was like the main purpose of this live today. Let this be the year. What am I walking on? So I'm just moonwalking. I'm just like going like that. So this is my walking pad. If you want to check it out, it's down in the description. If you go to Embody Fitness, it's my Amazon link to all the stuff that I use. Embody Fitness, it's down in the description. And when you click on it, you'll see all the fitness gear that I use. Yes, ma'am, I'm locked in. You always uplift. Oh, what up, Motion? And I've been seeing you go live a lot lately. That's really good. You're like not playing. That's really, really good. So yeah, guys, it's like, it's not a joke. Like it's what I will say is that depending on where you're at in life. Oh, another thing I want to say for the 20s, and actually Motion, since you're on, I don't know how long you've been on, you can also give, there's a 20-year-old on here, give him, I'm assuming it's a him because the name was Ryan, but it could be a girl too. Like friends are going to come and go. Friends will come and go. What shoes do I work out in? So let me show you. So, okay, number one, I have shoes that are only for, and I'm going to get back to my point right after this. I have shoes that are only specifically for the treadmill in the house. Okay. I'm not wearing those right now. I'm right now, I would try to lift my leg up, but that would just be just doing the most. So I'm wearing these. So, which I think is like, it's making my foot like stronger, like being able to use like feel my foot, but I'm still like protecting my foot. So that's what I'm wearing. So it's super easy because I just popped, they're always, it's either these or I have like a bunch of socks like these. So these kind of socks, or this other pair. But my other pair, I have another walking pad in the living room. I have another walking pad in the living room. Okay, so for the 20-year-old, so friends come and go. Like, I did not know that at 20. I thought that you have the same friends for your whole life, right? And there is a couple, like, I still have two friends that I've known for 20 plus years, right? But all the friends that I've gotten from like school, all the friends that I've gotten from school or from work or coworkers or, friends that I were my friend for like 2, 3 years, 5 years, 1.5 years, maybe 7 years, right? Drop off. And it's not really anything, most of my friendships that have faded, 90% of them have been a positive fade. It hasn't been anything where it's been drama or we had a big falling out. I've only had one big falling out. And even me and that girl, because she lives in LA, I think she still lives in LA, but um when we run into each other, we've given each other a hug and it's been pleasant, right? We're just like, we just don't get along. We just don't get along. Or I don't say not get along. We see life differently. We see life differently, so differently that we can't really coexist together. So just be cool on that too. Like, just remember that, um, get your money together. Don't feel like you have to keep up with everyone. Oh gosh, you're still going to be young at 30. So if you save up, get an investing account right now. If you don't have an investing account, get an investing account right now. Okay, let me put this sock back on. Get an investing account right now. Start putting, $50 a month, $20 a month. If you can, even if you could do like a full-time job, I don't know if you're in college or what, but if you could do a full-time job or a part-time job where you automatically have some funds from your investing account go right into, or from your paycheck go right into your investing account, so it's just like a bill you're paying yourself. There's calculators on the internet where, like, if you type in, like, okay, so say if you wanted to save up 100K by the time you're 30, you could type in a calculator, how much would I have to save up in the S&P 500. And if you're like, what is that? What is an investing account? If you need to lock into anything, forget about the partying. I'm telling, the parties are all the same. This is coming from someone that has done a ton of partying, right? I'm not saying don't be young and have fun and like rage it up and all that, but it gets to a point where they're all the same. Like, there's going to be a DJ there. No, no offense, DJ Motion, but there's going to be a DJ. There's going to be alcohol. There's going to be, I don't know how it is for 20-year-olds, but back in the day there wasn't tables, but now there's like tables, like, it's going to be music. You're going to be, it's just like, it ends up being repetitive. So you can skip out on some of the parties. Was I bullied as a child? Okay, I'll answer that in a second. So skip out on some of the parties. You don't have to go to every party. Okay. Let's see. DJ Motion says, but it's all about your praying and asking God to send people who are aligned with your path. Absolutely. Get into church, get in the Word, get a good community of people where you guys are all on the same page. Okay. And, start doing it, going that route. Go that route. Okay. Instead of like partying, drinking, smoking, trying to keep up with Jordans, not saving your money, spending it on weird crap, all the shirts, all the pants, all the socks, all the, like, buy some quality, get some quality, invest in some quality pieces and rotate them. Get like 10 pairs of pants, invest in 10 pairs of pants, invest in 10 tops and just rotate them. Some cool jackets, right? Like, you don't need to, are you a man or are you a girl or a boy? I feel like I need to be more specific. What up, Hallie? And realize things worth having take time. Yep, exactly. What do you think about prioritizing mortgage payments over investing? Ooh, I don't have a mortgage, so I wouldn't be able to give the best advice. Does anyone have a mortgage? What's interesting about the mortgage thing, from the little bit that I do know, and then I'll get back to the bullying, is that, like, with the housing market, it goes up and down so much that, like, you could be paying into a never-ending hole. So if you're trying to pay off your mortgage, and you know that the market is going to continue, and like interest and all that is going to continue to go up, and you're never going to really be able to catch up, I probably would just have your same go-to mortgage, and then have an investing account like in the S&P 500 on the side, instead of like trying to, like, say if you come into an extra $5,000, I don't know if it would, again, I'm the last person to be asking this, so please, like, someone's probably listening to this, like, is Ciana serious? Like, that she's joking, right? But, you know, if I were to just throw something out there, kind of just based on my, like, what little bit I do know, and just seeing, because my mom owned 2 homes. So me seeing her experience, she lost her home in the 2008 crash, 4-bedroom home as a single black woman, single black mom, and 4-bedroom home, 3-bathroom, a backyard, upstairs, downstairs, a pool, all that. She lost it in the 2008. And I think if she had, like, it was like something made her mortgage skyrocket, and it was like all the money she had paid into it, it meant nothing. So I would get with the financial advisor, though. That's my main advice, is to get with the financial advisor. So bullying, have I ever been bullied? Yeah, a little bit. I can't say that I didn't grow up as the bully child in class. I didn't. Have I been bullied before? Yeah, but I don't know what it was. Like, no one ever tried me like that. I was more so the person that would, like, stick up for the people getting bullied. For some reason, like, when I did get bullied, it was like from older boys. And now that I think about it, they probably had like a little crush or something. But I remember getting bullied for like my ethnicity, and like people would say like mean stuff. I've been called the N-word before, so that was like that was like kind of scary, because I was actually walking home from high school when I was a freshman in high school, and the boys that were yelling out the N-word at me over and over were, this is crazy, guys, really quick, another quick story. The boys that were yelling out the N-word to me were juniors and seniors, okay? And what's crazy is that, so we all ended up graduating high school, right? So now I'm in college. Those same boys ended up being at they ended up visiting my college for some reason. I think like some of the boys that went to that high school, because some people that I went to, it doesn't matter about the detail. They ended up being at my college visiting, like during like a football game weekend. And they came up to me and they go, I really want to apologize to you. Like, we were really mean. Like, I was really mean to you and really nasty and really racist. And I just want to apologize. But that was the only time I actually was like, oh, wow, I'm like literally getting bullied and I'm scared. Because it was like 4 boys that were like juniors and seniors. And I'm like, because my mom ended up moving us in an area where it was all white people. I think I was like one of 4 in the entire high school that was black. So most of my experience was pleasant, but that was like one section. So I just stayed quiet. I didn't say anything. I didn't even tell on them. I just was like, I just wanted to stop. Like, I don't want to, because I felt like if I was going to tell that, which is sad, but I felt like if I was going to tell, I wasn't sure if the teachers were also racist. So like, I didn't want to tell the teacher, and then like the teacher talked to them at a protocol, like, don't say that anymore, guys. And then they go harder on me. So that was my one experience in junior high, and then a little bit in elementary school. Okay. Okay, so right now, because I started it over, so I don't know where I was, but yeah, I'm above 1,000. I'm probably at like 3,000. Because I kind of calculated it too. Like, I can tell how long the speed. Yeah, and so it's been an hour. Yeah, so I'm probably at like a solid like 3,000. Oh my God, so great to see you. How are you? Look at me. Thank you so much. Let's see. Yeah, you were the the cute girl that don't. And the thing is, like, you know what it was? I know this is kind of crazy, but I think I was getting like indirectly bullied, in the sense of like, I was getting befriended by girls that secretly wanted my demise. So like, I remember this, so I had to like kind of maneuver through that, but I never was the one like getting pushed and like in the corner. And if that was happening, I was the one like protecting them. But I was so like positive and uplifting and kind. It was like, you were kind of just dumb if you were making fun of me. Like, it was just like, even if you tried, it would have been like, okay, this is just weird. I can't even try to be mean to her. But there was some girls that would try to befriend me to really just like try to like infiltrate and like do a downfall. So I remember this one group of girls befriended me, and I had like this, you know, long curly hair, whatever. And they were like, you should really cut your hair. Like, you would look better. And, you know, when you're like 9 and 10, you're like, oh, you know, you want to fit in, you want to be cool. And you're like, oh, really? And there was like someone on TV that had like, that was like my same look. I don't know if it was like, maybe like, remember Saved by the Bell? What was her name on there? Lisa? Was it Lisa? On Saved by the Bell? What was her name? The black girl on there. So she had like short curly black hair, right? So they were like, oh, you know, you kind of look like her. Like, even though I didn't, but they were like, you should cut your hair like hers. So I remember I like begged my mom to cut my hair. And so my mom was like, okay, like, I don't want to like not let my daughter express who she's becoming, but like, I think she's going to regret this. So, oh no, what I did was I cut my bangs. That's what it was. You guys, when you have curly hair, unless you get like a professional cut and you're getting it done all the time, it looks crazy. It ends up poofing up like a big whatever. So I cut bangs. That's what it was. They were like, you should get bangs. You guys, my forehead is like, bangs look really good on big foreheads. I have like kind of a short, like a small forehead. Maybe it was like, it's normal now, but it was like small then. It was like, I didn't have that much room. So boom, cut my hair. I looked crazy. And then I came to school and they were all laughing. So like, I feel like I was bullied, like in a conniving way. But it just taught me to like have better discernment and like be more into, you know, tap more into my intuition. Okay, so it says anonymous, do you do YouTube full time, or do you have another job? I don't have a full-time job. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. What sort of businesses do you have? So I have finally, and it took me 4 or 5 years to get to this point, but while I was building this, I was doing a lot of events. So I was hired onto this one particular company that would staff like really big events in LA, like the Grammys or luxury car events. I actually worked for Porsche, Jaguar, Aston Martin, like other like brands like that, while I was building this, and I was a caregiver, right? So now I have brand deals. I make sales on affiliate marketing. I make sales from AdSense on YouTube. I make sales from doing tagged products. I make sales from my own digital products. So it's like, I have a lot of like, for the last 5 years, maybe even longer, to be honest, I was building like little streams here and there to where it's all now like one, like full-time level type of income. Am I a celebrity on the low? No. No, I'm just Embody Pursuit, in pursuit of embodying your next top level in my corner office in my bedroom. Like that's as famous as I am. By the way, I'm gonna get an illuminated light here, and it'll be kind of like, you know, welcome to my live Embody Pursuit podcast. Because I was like, you guys, I looked it up. I was like, what's the difference between a live stream and a podcast? And literally, there was like 2 words that were different. There's no difference. Like one's more like, it's like when you do a podcast, it's more, you can do interview style podcasts, or you can do storytelling podcasts, or you could do live stream podcasts. And I'm like, that's essentially what I'm doing. It's just like not in a, so this is a live stream, a normal YouTube live stream. This is a podcast. So like, Anyways, thank you, Patrick. God bless you. Would you want to blow up though and have 300K plus supporters, or do you prefer tight community? What I prefer is what God prefers for my life. And I really mean that. Like, I don't mean that in like a cheesy cliche way. Like, I really just want to do what God wants me to do. So like, if God wants me to have a tight-knit community and this community grows very slowly over the next 20 years, that's what I'm supposed to do. If this all of a sudden does another pop and it just breaks out to 60K and then it does another pop to like 150K and it does, then that's what I'm supposed to do. If, you know, if it's supposed to just stay right here at 13,000, like, you know, so I don't really have any like, it's not really the subscribers for me. It's, I want everyone that's supposed to be under the sound of my voice through the glory of God, again, because the gifts that I have are God-given. Like, I want them to all find me. So if that is 300,000 people, then come on, you know. If it's 13,000 people, then come on, right? So that's more so what it is. Now, what I do want to grow is the money, because I want to do, you know, I want to own properties. I want to have, you know, pour more into my investing accounts. I want to be able to give, because I'm part of a charity right now. I'm not the the COO anymore, because I'm full-time with doing as an entrepreneur. But during when I wasn't full-time, I was a COO of a charity. So that's why I've done galas where there's celebrities at the galas. So I love giving back. I love being part of that. So like, I want to be somebody that is able to donate 20K, 30K, 40K. Like, I want to be able to make a big impact, you know, not just donating like, you know, just little chips here and there. I want to be able to like, okay, so there's a school that needs, or like a kids program, you know, for fitness, girls in fitness, you know, getting them like into a fit lifestyle, because there's a lot of diabetic children, like just things like that. I want to be able to really be able to move the needle. So yeah, it's the numbers in the bank account that I want to, that is a goal, you know. But I know what I want to do with the money. As also too, I want more money because I want to have like there's this like hospital that somebody posted. I think it's in Dubai or something like that, but you can do an entire like crazy body scan. I think it's like $3,000, but they literally like analyze everything about you, like your skin, your every cell, like your organ health, like each organ, not just like your overall level, it's your organs, right? So I want to be able to do cool, weird stuff like that, right? Like just do like crazy testing, crazy, you know, biohacking stuff. I want to have the best food, you know, so I want more money. Let's see. I don't know. I saved it on Instagram, but hold on really quick. My sock is starting to like slide. Also too, if you haven't liked the video yet, like the video, please. Let's see. What are you always? You are always on the go. That's the difference. Let's see. Sammy, I was in the chat the whole time just moderating, but seeing you sign back on means a lot. I don't know what's going on, but okay, cool. So I hope that story helps. If you guys did not hear the story, it was really, really good. Catch it. Make sure to catch it. It should be, it'll be on the replay, but it should wake you up. It should wake you up to the reality of how much time we waste, that someone could go to hold an entire jail sentence and come out and still beat everybody. And like, it was crazy hearing the perspective of him too, because he just was like, I couldn't believe how much they were still like harping on, like in a loop, like harping on the past or harping on like their upbringing, or it's hard for me because of this. You guys, it's the game of life. Like, you get dealt your hand. You get dealt your hand. Okay? there's going to be your gifts, you know, like your toolkit, your gifts, and then there's going to be the obstacles. And you specifically have the obstacles, but it's to evoke the gifts, like, and it's almost like your superpowers. It's almost like your yeah, it's like you were gifted both, and the obstacles are to evoke, like it's to provoke you actually figuring out your gifts, right? So the complaining, the drama, the doom scrolling, the keeping up with celebrity gossip, the keeping up with politics, on hanging on every single political update, like our life, remember what I showed you guys, our life is doing this. Okay? Sorry, I just opened my phone and it was on Instagram because I showed you guys a picture of me on Instagram. And my brother popped up. I'm like, these look like the cheesy. Oh, okay, good. Okay. So we did our thing, our little 90s theme shoot. I was like, this looks like they look current, but this looks so old school. This is my brother. Um, um, can you tell something about the ego? What do you want to know? Also, your tips on dating. I'm a male, by the way. How do girls like to be approached without being seen as a creep? Just be yourself. I think it gets creepy when like, sorry, I just got like a weird message. I think it gets creepy when you're not yourself, but this is what I want to show you guys. Like, so remember, you know, this is Ciana's life already gone, already not gone, but it's already been completed. So this is what's left. So just, you know, but just be yourself. That's the best advice. It just simple, straight to the point. You don't need to have game. You don't need to have, like when I was in college, like those years, nobody ever ganged me up. Like it was just like everybody was just themselves. And now we have social media. We didn't have social media then, right? So like, you know, maybe there's a different level of pressure there, but like all the girls just like appreciated a guy coming up to her and just saying, "Hi, how are you doing today? My name is Ryan." Or like, you know, if you also can make a girl laugh, right? Like, but not like, because there's some guys that will say stuff and it's kind of condescending, but it's on purpose to like make you be like, wait, what? They'll be like, I don't know, what's one that they think works and it's actually annoying? Oh, okay. So say for example, like you guys know I wear my hair curly a lot, right? And so let's say I straighten my hair. And then a guy's way of hitting on me will be like, "Hey, don't you usually wear your hair curly?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you know." And they're like, "Yeah, I like it better like that." Like, but it's like their way to like, "Oh, by the way, like I see you around a lot, like at the gym. What's your name?" It's like that was their line in, and it works in the sense of like it does get you to be like wait, what? But it's whack. So just, you know, don't do any tactics, any games. Just like be yourself, and trust me, if the girl's like not into you because you weren't yourself, then you don't need to waste your time with her anyway. So just be yourself, practice approach in person, right? Like I get it, but like approach in person if you can. Like don't just do the DM sliding, go in person. Or, you know, hey, oh, you're eating a salad. Ooh, I love salad. That's a good choice. What's your name? Or hey, I've seen you around. Like I just want to, this was a really good one. Actually, this happened last year to me. And I was like, this, if I could have recorded this moment of how men should, this is a good, like, they should have this in their back pocket as like a way to approach. This is the simplest thing. Literally, he just came up to me. He goes, "Hey, I've seen you for years. I just wanted to come up and introduce myself. I'm so-and-so." And I was like, oh, you know, and first of all, number one, it was flattering because it's like, oh, wow, you know, you've noticed me. Okay, you know, okay, cool. And then number two, that was it. It wasn't like, eventually the person ended up asking me for my number like another month later, but it was cool the way that like um he just said, "Hi, I've noticed you for years. I just want to come up. My name is so and so. You know, I had to just come up and introduce myself. You know, I'll let you get back to your working out. Have a wonderful day." That was it. It was kind of like a seed. It was like a little seed, you know? Let's see. So that's like I mean, I don't really talk about relationships a lot on here, but then when I do, I ended up talking about it because, you know, I'm a human being, right? So I have like, and I'm seasoned, so I have some experience and advice that I could give, but yeah, I don't really dive too deep, but I can't really give any other, I mean, some of the other men in here, if you want to give him some advice too, a Joy, what up? How are you? Hello, hello, hello. One of the OGs. So what's one more specific thing that I could say? Also too, like, you're 20, so you know, this is, I'm trying to like go back to what life was like at 20, but like be intentional. Like I don't know what your goal is or what your friend group goal is, but if you're just like approaching women to do to get to a certain goal and mark it off your list, like it's pretty whack. So like be intentional. Like if you were trying to like really date a young lady and just kind of like, you know, want to get to know her, want to learn about how to be, you know, in the presence of a young lady, to eventually, maybe by the time you're 25, 26, 27, 28, like really take it serious and like be looking for a wife, you know, like sit down with yourself and really understand what you want. But to be honest, grind it out, get your bag up, get your credit together, get your health together, get your fitness game together. By the time you're 30, I'm going to be honest with you, or even 29, the women are going to be like, you will get to pick. You'll get to pick the girl. But a lot of times, a lot of men will like, unless you got lucky and like you're like, you know, go straight from college and go to the NFL, or go straight from college and go to the NBA or something. To be honest, your 20s, like if you really want to do it right, all this weird stuff and like being cool and like flashy on the internet. I mean, I know this is easier for me to say because I'm on the other side of it, but like it really is, it goes, you only get that one moment of fun or that one moment of looking cool, and then it's over. And then it's like, here, you spent all this money, you know, maybe you spent all the rest of the money you had in your bank account. Now you have to wait till your next check. Like, be investing, do all of that. Own a home by the time you're 30. Have a nice car by the time you're 30. Have some money in the bank account. You know, look good with the way that you're, like, not good as far as like spending a ton of money on the way you dress, but like figure out what looks good on your frame. You know, like on your masculine frame, what shirts, what pants look good. And just, you're going to be like a glowing standout to where like, you're going to be able to tell that women are like going to be happy that you talk to them. So that's some free game right there. I don't know. Anyone else have anything to add? Like, what do you guys think? Yeah, self-improvement, and really at 20, self-development, because you're still like developing. I think even technically the brain is still developing at 20 years old. I could be wrong. Is the brain still developing at 20 years old? Mid to late 20s. Mid to late 20s. So, like, you guys, in the 20, anyone following me in the 20s, y'all have no excuse. If you don't nail it, like, if you don't nail it, you just, you know, you just did what most of us did, which is waste time in certain areas, which at the end of the day, it's fine, but you do have more access. you know, than we did. The people that are 35 and up on here, we did not have the access that you guys have. So we have a little bit of grace. Yeah, yes, your brain is done developing at 25. Yeah, so Ryan, your brain is literally still developing. Don't ruin it by getting hammered and smoking. Your brain is depending on it. Right? Like literally, like you're still like a baby, like in the bigger scheme of life, like you're still like a baby. So like preserve that brain. Oh wait, what was it? Can you just repeat it? You forgot my comment. Because sometimes like the chat keeps going and then I, really like to, if you're here with me, just to kind of like give you a vibe of how I teach and how I mentor and how I conduct these lives, I go in depth. So I know some live streamers, they'll like say, they just give like real quick, like, oh, yep, just eat an apple. Yep, just go to this. Yep, just look up this. Yep. And my style is more like I'll go into depth. So then when I look away and I'm thinking and I'm really trying to give a genuine example for you to actually implement, I'll just miss the comments. So just if I ever miss a question, just repeat it again and eventually I'll see it. Also too, guys, everyone on here, if you do not have your own digital product that you're selling and making, ooh, that's a good one. Another good one, Ryan. You need a digital product. You should be having a business at 20. It's so easy. So easy. Literally get up, get your own website, put together some kind of ebook. By the time you're 20, there's some skill that you've learned. Put it in an ebook, use Canva, put it behind a paywall, boom. If you are confused on where to start, or anyone else on here, especially if you're 35 and up, I don't understand. I don't understand why anyone on here that is 30 and up, 35 and up does not have an ebook. Most of the people on here will, like I know Motion already has an ebook, or I don't know if it's a hardcover too, but you have a book and you're in your 20s, super smart. But everybody needs a digital product. So I am actually in the middle of finishing up my how to create your own ebook course. Super easy. Literally in one day, if you like took out a Saturday and you did the first module and finished it, that by the end of the day, you would have an ebook ready to sell. All you'd have to do is just market it. So if you're ever wondering, how does Ciana, go full time on YouTube, but she only has 13,000 subscribers. And, I have 3 digital products right now, but I have other streams, but like I actually sell my own products too. So I have an ebook guide of how I lost 30 pounds, headed for the big number 4. Okay, the next decade of my life with the 4 on it. I've used the same 4 pillars of how I lost weight. That's down in the description. But if you have your own story, you solved a problem, you're the go-to person, you need an ebook. And then 2, Ryan, by the time you're 30, you'll have like 100 different strategies and blueprints and all of that. Like I'm telling you, you could really like run up an easy bag. And by the time you're 30, I didn't realize this. This is good for you too, Motion, if you're still on, not sure if you're on. You're really young at 30 still. Like society makes it seem like you're over the hill at 30. No. I used to think that too. And I remember I felt like it was karma that hit me in the face, which I deserved it. I remember I was a professional dancer for arena football, indoor football. And there was a girl, all of us were like 19, 20, 21. The oldest one was 22. I think I was like 20 or 21. There was a girl, she looked really young. She was 29. And I remember she was on our dance, there was like one dance team member that like had to quit. And then she got like kind of placed in. And she was 29. And I remember being like, oh my God, like she's so old. I remember thinking that, like, she's so old. Like, oh my gosh. And then I remember being like 30 and being like, oh my God, I was such an idiot that I said that. Like, I was such an idiot. You're young. You are young. 28, 29, 30, 31. You are a young person still. Like, young. So just to kind of put that out there, don't let anyone try to speed your aging up. Is it okay if I started doing this stuff at 20? Yeah, absolutely. You're super young. I would presume it's never too late to improve your life. Every single thing that I'm saying If you're 58, you could do it. Self-development and self-improvement is a permanent aspect of life. It's permanent. So absolutely, you can start a digital product, you can get your investing account going. You can, I mean, I barely got mine going. You guys, I didn't know what a 401k was. I had one in my 20s. I didn't know what it was. I was like, I have like a 401k thingy, like a 400. Oh, I think I was like, Mom, what's this 401 thing? I literally was like, what's a 401k? Like, what is this? No one taught it to me in college. And then my mom still didn't explain it to me, or my dad. I don't even think I asked my dad. I didn't know I had to ask. Bottom line is, it was a mess. So during the 2020 shutdown, in my late 30s, I finally sat down, clawing and scratching, but figuring out how to build my own investing account, how to invest, what a stock trade, like what is a stock trade? Like what does that mean? What is a stock? What is you know, the S&P 500? What's the ETF? Like what are calls and puts? What does it mean when it goes up and down? A loss, a gain? Like what does this all mean? And I sat down and I taught myself. So I'm late. I mean, you're never too late technically, you know, but like I'm late. So yes, 25, perfect. Thanks. I self-published my poetry book. Oh my God, that is so cool. Self-poetry book at 27 years old. I can't believe I felt old. Oh no, oh my gosh. I did too. It's because of, at 27, I felt old too. It's because of society. It's not really us. Like, it's the movies speed you up. It's some of these platforms speed you up. It's the red pill community making it seem like you're done at 30, you're done at 27, you're done at 30, right? It's you know, and I get it on a reproductive level, like, okay, well, you know, by the time you're 30, but you guys, women are having children at 46. Like, they're all over YouTube. They're having children at 45, 46, 47, 48. Like, women can have children into their early 50s now. I mean, they always could have, but we just didn't know about them because people didn't have YouTube channels. So you just heard, okay, by the time you're 30, you can't. So that's a whole nother conversation. But bottom line is, like, I think that's why they've capped women, is because, like, you're pretty much worthless after 30 because you can't have kids. Like, it's kind of like that energy. But no, I'm telling you, 27 is super young. But don't also think like, oh, well, I'm 27, so I have a ton of time. You need to speed up, like, because you're 27, like, you need to press in harder. So you could actually rest a little bit. Like, you could kind of scale back a little bit by the time you're 39, right? But, like, most of the time people will be in their 20s and they're like, well, I have time. And you do have time, so you got to actually take advantage of the time. Don't just chill and say, well, I have time, so I'm going to go party all weekend. I get it. I've done that. I've done that, but it was a waste of time. I should have been in the lab creating my own digital products. I should have been starting a business. I should have been, like, I was at 26 years old, 25, 26 years old. I ended up becoming a very young district manager where I was over 7 businesses. I was managing 7 stores for this retail company. So I had 30 I was only 24, 25, 26. I was over 30 full-time human beings. I had to give them yearly reviews, right? So, which really was God preparing me for, like, my own version of that, but that's another story. So I should have and could have, like, had courses and had ebooks on, like, how to be a really good manager, how to get moved up quickly, how to get promoted quickly, because I kept getting promoted, and I had a formula too. I knew exactly what I was doing to get promoted. I never was surprised when I got promoted. It was like it was like I had the secret sauce. So but no, did I do that? No. On the weekend I would be like, oh, I'm so exhausted from work. I'm gonna go. I would link up with the coworkers, link up with the girls, and go have fun, which I had a blast. Best memories, right? But, like, I didn't have to do as much of it. I could have, like, calmed down a little bit. But it is what it is. I'm 20 as well. and have been on self-improvement and not too sure where to start for side hustles. So definitely start doing, well, it depends. Do you want to do side hustles in person or do you want to do side hustles online? So because there's a difference there. Or do you want to do both? But yeah, which one are you looking to do? Love to see women have kids. Yeah, like you guys, I was like shocked, but that's the truth. Like women still have their cycle, and in my family too. Like just so, if anyone was wondering, the women in my family have their cycle till their 50s. So it's like you just don't see them, so you just assume it never happens. But women are now speaking up more because society, it's weird because society wants you to have a career, but then they also want you to hurry up and like, don't have a baby too young, but then don't have a baby too old. But then you got to focus on your career, so you can't have a baby, but then, well, hurry up and have a baby because your organs are like shutting down. It's like, you know what I mean? It's a very like tug and pull. So you have to get grounded and like just focus on what you can control, Oh my gosh, why do I keep missing your comment? Maybe I'm not meant to answer it. Okay, wait, shadow. Okay, so you forgot my comment. Okay, so now I'm scrolling. I asked you to repeat it. So maybe, I don't know if you're like doing it as a troll. Like if you're just saying that as a troll when we're really trying to like do self-development in here. So yeah. Let's see. Online mainly. Okay, so but open to some person stuff too. I would suggest if you're 20, I would really suggest doing both. I would come or she told you to retype. Yeah, I think Patrick, it might be like a troll desire. But okay. So I would say this is age specific. Like if you're 20, I would get like an internship or like do not like a paid internship or something where you're working out in the world. You need to learn how to be around people, right? So like get a sales type of gig on the side, or like if you're working for retail or if you're working at a gym as a side hustle, like you work at a gym 2 days a week, 1 day a week. A gym is like really awesome. I wish I would have worked at a gym when I was in college, but a gym, a really nice restaurant. These are in-person things because it gets you good with like multitasking, knowing how to do customer service, knowing how to like have a lot on your plate at one time, but still being able to like keep your composure. I would do, whatever your desire is, like if you want to work in the music industry or you want to work in marketing or sales, see if you can get a paid internship under someone. So just reach out, email people, go on LinkedIn. That would be the best if you already are clear on like, I really want to be a lawyer. I really want to be, I want to sell homes, right? See if you could start doing that now. Like you don't need to wait till you graduated or get older. Like you could start selling homes right now. If you want to be, so if you're clear on that, if you're not clear, if you're like, I have no idea what I want to do, then do things that is going to get you around, like a bank type of job. You're going to get around like other people that are like knowledgeable, smart, money, savvy with their money, right? Work at a bank for a day or two a week. Don't get a fast food job. I think a fast food job is actually decent for like a 15-year-old because I think you can like get a job at 15 or 16. I think that's cool because it's super easy, just learn how to like stack the cups and like learn how to like put it in the bag, like just very simple. But do not get like a fast food job. Like that's a waste of your time. So online, and also too, another really cool one is if you can get with type in Productions Plus. I think they might be worldwide now, but for sure they're all over the United States. Type in Productions Plus, and it's a company that I actually am still on right now. I get offers all the time for events, but I've met so many amazing people through Productions Plus because it's the type of, it's unique events where they need people to be there, but they have a standard. They don't just hire anybody. Productions Plus. So this is and this is for everybody too. You guys can all screenshot this. So this is the company. Okay, this is the company right here. Oh wait, all these like little. It's called Productions Plus. Okay, they should get me a check for doing this, but so they do services, automotive staffing, event staffing, actor and model staffing, coaching and training staffing, retail demonstrations, research and insight staffing. So it's all kinds of staffing. So get with a really cool staffing agency, and then you could do like a once or twice. Now online is what I'm like, I can only tell you what I'm doing, but there's there's thousands of things you can do, but get a product and start selling it online. Like literally just create your own digital product, get on Canva and start selling it on your Instagram, on your YouTube, on your TikTok, and just start selling it. Like there's this one girl, she was in her early 20s. She started her own eyelash. Like you can literally just get a white labeled eyelash line, and she just would do TikToks, and she put the link in the description. She, after doing it for like several months and practicing how to market, because once you have a product, you're already done, halfway done now, or you're really, let me see, marketing is more so like 80% of it. 20% of it is just making the product and having it like in a place where you can actually allow it to be purchased, but people have to know about it. People have to know about it. So marketing then becomes your job, your side hustle. So get a course, create a digital. If you go on Canva and just literally type in on YouTube Canva tutorials and just create your own digital product, you can have a digital product today. Let's see, does your watch hours from your live? No, it does not feed into your watch hours. No. To become monetized. If so, how long does it take for YouTube to add those? So no, it doesn't. The only thing that gets, so right now, like if I was trying to get monetized, this whole 97 minutes would not have gone to my my watch hours. But what will is after on the replay. That will get counted. So when people find it later, right when I press off and then it uploads, then it starts the clock. It starts the time clock on your watch hours. So that's why, you guys, if you notice, I'm very intentional. Like I won't just get on here. Sometimes I will, rarely, but I won't just get on here and say, hey guys, how's it going? You know, just hanging out, want to pop on. What up? What y'all up to? Ask me questions, ask me questions, ask me. If you guys notice, I always have it. I get right into it. I go, hey guys, y'all got to stop wasting time. I have a crazy story. Here's a solution. Like I act like I'm doing a video that I would have posted anyway in the video section, but I'm just doing it live. Right? I'll definitely look into that. And Productions Plus. Yep. So Productions Plus and do Canva and you'll be set. And too, it's like if you have a product and you could go to these events, and that's what I do too. Go to your events and then sell your product. Oh yeah. Hey, have your business cards. Oh, my business card is behind this, but behind my phone. But I have my business cards like it's on this phone, but they're inside my cover of my phone. And have your business cards together, and yeah. Oh, I have a website. I have digital products. I also sell a calendar. You guys, this is what keeps me all the way together. And I'm not showing you guys this to sell it to you. Just literally, like, this is just, I use it. It's really easy to sell things when you actually use it. That's another, like, tip there. Like, if you're trying to sell something and, like, it's not something you've ever used, or you don't have any attachment to it, or you don't have any experience with it, how can you explain it, in a way that's authentic? And like, you don't even have to try to sell it. It's just you telling your story and it sells itself. That's another quick pro tip. I never, like, when I've been sent products before in my journey of content creation and online selling, I have been sent products and I'm like, I can't even, like, I'll look back at a video and I'm like, you know, I'm just fulfilling the contract with this company, but like, I'm not going to take any more products that I don't actually genuinely like and want to use. Like, if I've been sent something and I'm like, this is cool, but I probably wouldn't have bought it anyway, and I like use it just for, to show like, hey guys, this is what this is, and it's like, like, there's no like passion behind it. I low-key got beef with Ciana because I want to be the youngest looking person in 2025. You are. What do you mean? So this is my ebook, right? It's in digital product form. I'm going to be updating the front, but I sell this in digital form. So this is how I lost 30 pounds and never gained it back. It sells itself. Like, I just tell my story because I really lost the weight. I really felt crazy when I looked in the mirror. I did not recognize myself. I felt unhealthy. I had brain fog. I was just felt like stressed and tired all the time because I had gained 30 pounds very rapidly. So I like went on a hunt to figure it out, and it's the same stuff I've been using. And I just figured this out this year, that this is actually, not only is it a weight loss guide, but it's an anti-inflammatory, anti-inflammatory and a detox. So the reason why I look like like Mr. Urban, like looking youthful, it's because of this. It's because of this. Right? It's not just about like, eat this one meal and do this one workout and you're going to be good. No, I talk about habits. It's the habits that make you lose the weight. So there's that. So, but this is the this is also another digital product, which you could actually create one of these too. You can do the same thing that I'm doing. So create your own ebook, a problem that you had that you resolved, put it in a package and sell it. And then, oh, you guys, I actually created my own tracker, my own tracker for my social media. But I updated it because the one that I was using is like, So this is my exact calendar that I use, okay? And it's really cool. So it has like, it's a digital calendar. I have my pen right here, my stylus pen. So this is the home page, but it has January, you know, it has February, January, March, right? April. So I'm gonna go to May really quick. And this is like what I do. So I do my whole month. I plan out my whole month, all my important things. Then I have it on a weekly basis, what I'm going to focus on. And then I break it down by day. Come on. So then I break it down by day. Okay. So right here. Right. So this is what you can actually create your own calendar and sell it to people. So you guys can buy this. If anyone wanted this digital calendar that I use, you can actually, like, this is one of them that's filled out. So this is like an example of one of my weeks. So this is how I keep my life together. And it's cool because I can, it's also on my cell phone. So you don't have to take I also have this calendar right here, but sometimes you want to be able to, like, you know, you're on the go or you're traveling or you want to be able to like remember something and you want to, so I have this on my phone and my iPad, right? So, and it's really, really amazing how, so you can create a calendar, a roadmap, you can create checklists, to-do lists. If you're really good at cooking, you can create your own, you know, like top 150 dishes for veganism or whatever. And too, what could really make you stand out is like if you are a certain ethnic background. So if it's like, you know, top Hispanic dishes or top Mexican dishes, top Chinese dishes that are everybody's favorite, right? Like, do I have a better chance at YouTube if I'm a pretty woman? I don't agree with that. People say that on my stuff sometimes. I don't agree with that. And I'm going to tell you, and it's going to sound like I'm making fun of myself right now, but by the way, really quick pause, big impact energy, get the mug. I only have made 100. Get the mug. I think there's only, I made 100 and there's already been 8 sold. So there's only 92 left. So once the 92 are done, these are gone. And these are going to be a hot commodity and you can sell these on eBay in the future. I'm kidding. But, so tap in if you want to support the community. If you like what's going on here, if you want to support the mentor here, get it. Get the big impact mugs. Okay. So, I don't agree with that. Here's why. I've been on YouTube for posting. I've been on YouTube for a long time, but posting 5 years. My page it literally just started getting attention just 6 months ago. So like even me, quote unquote, based on your perception, being cute or good looking, it didn't help. It still took me a long time for me to get exposure. So, I mean, if anything, I was younger 5 years ago, right? So, and my page still wasn't getting a pop until just 6 months ago. So, I just think when it's your time, it's your time. You just have to keep going. What's for sure is that if you don't keep going, then you will not be successful. And a lot of people, they don't see anything after 2 years, after 3 years, after 4 years, and they're like, forget this, right? If your job or your main goal on YouTube is to become rich, then don't do YouTube. There's only unicorns and the anomalies that happens for, and I think that's what we kind of, it's almost like the person that hits the lottery, and that's why people are still willing to spend their last dollar on the lottery, because they're like, well, that person hit the jackpot, but like, it's just a very low probability that strategy, that mindset is going to work. So you want to do it where you're like, okay, I want to resolve a problem for people and become obsessed with resolving that problem, create a solution, package it up, and sell it. Then when you do get monetized, it's like, oh, cool. How cool is this? And I got monetized, right? So yeah, so in regard to this, like, and someone might ask, oh, well, where do you sell this? So I sell this, like my actual digital planner that I use, that I also sell, is it's on my website. So if you go down in the description, and it's www.embodypursuit.com, okay? And if you are like, how do you sell it? I actually am coming out with a course that's going to be going through the exact detail, how I copyright things, how the exact platform that I use to make digital products with ease and flow, the exact like portal that I use to actually receive the money. I talk about that. So that's coming out very shortly. So just kind of be prepared for that if anyone's interested. Also too, if you have not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. Do you like facial? I love facials, yeah. What kind? Let's see. Find what works best for you. Nothing is too much in moderation. Well, that's why YMC, that's why I'm coming up with my course, because I felt overwhelmed, but I was like, if I'm just going to always feel overwhelmed. So let me just do it while I feel overwhelmed. Like, let me just feel annoyed, agitated, overwhelmed, stressed, but still put one foot in front of the other. And then once I did that, I mean, it took me a while. It was frustrating, like creating the ebook and like starting from scratch and not, and just literally doing all the research myself. But once I did it, it's like I paid myself back for that time. So I put a lot of time investment up front, but then now it sells by itself. You know what I mean? And then, so that's why I'm creating the course, because you could have an ebook in one day. Like, that's why I was like, I can't believe it took me that long, but it took me that long because it was like, okay, which website should I use? Like, what's legit? What's not? Like, is this a scam? Like, should I use this website? Like, okay, now I got to figure out how to put all my thoughts into an ebook. I kind of felt like I was in college again. Like, you know, do I have to, like, writing? I don't want to write an essay, all that. But, and you guys, this is before ChatGPT. You guys can actually use ChatGPT to help you come up with the outline. And it's even easier to write a book. And it's so worth it because guess what, guys? If you're at a 9 to 5, I know I was a district manager. Okay. I was a manager for I worked in a corporate job for many years. You are capped. It doesn't matter about your yearly review. You get a 5% or a 10% increase, or maybe you got a special bonus because you outdid everybody in the company. You are automatically capped no matter what. With your digital product, you automatically give yourself a raise. You just have to be willing to put in either A, block out 48 hours. Like I'm going to send the kids to the grandparents' house. 48 hours, I'm in the lab, right? Like, you know, when rappers go to the studio or whatever, singers go to the studio and they're in the lab. You can either A, have it in one day by locking yourself in, or have it in 1 week or a month at max by just doing an hour or 30 minutes a day. And then you have an ebook, and then you automatically gave yourself a raise because you're limitless now. Because you can sell to the whole planet. Is there a way to do the minimum and get the maximum? Yeah. With my course. So be on the lookout for it. That's what courses are good for. You do, if somebody is like, if you trust them, people make courses because they figured out how to do something in 1/10 of the time. Right? So, or you could just do it by yourself, you know what I mean? But yeah, like, I feel like being able to have an ebook in one day is like, you could get the maximum. And then all you have to do is market it. Or if you want to become a millionaire in 3 years, in 3 to 5 years, and you didn't want to do any extra stuff, you really could lay low for the next 3 to 5 years, scale down your life to literally where it's just food, water, shelter, work full time at your job, 9 to 5, put all your money that's extra, don't go anywhere, don't drive anywhere extra, don't go anywhere, right? And put all your money in an investing account, all your money, like, let's just say you make $5,000 a month, put $3,000 a month in an investing account. In 3 to 5 years, as it accrues and as the market goes up, which on average, the S&P 500 goes up about 8% a year, you could then be a millionaire. At least 500K. But like, that's if you're willing to put in the work. Like, not the work, you already are putting in the work, but you'd have to be ready to get off the grid. Like, you know, I'm always wanted to write. Yeah, write a children. Do you know how well children, you know what does really well is the children's coloring books. Coloring books, if you go on Canva, type in coloring books, boom. Put it behind a paywall. There you go. All you have to do is market it. If you go on Amazon and look up children's books and then just gather and then look at the reviews. This is another pro tip right here that I'm just giving away. Go to Amazon, type in children's books, look at the reviews of the children's books, look at specifically the 1-star, 2-star, 3-star reviews. And some of them will say, you know, this is actually good, but they should have done this, or this was like, this would have been perfect. I would have gave it a 5 if they did this. Gather that data, then put that together. Okay, do that. So let's just say if it was like, I'm half Punjabi, right? So let's just say if I was like, gosh, there's no Punjabi kids, like, you know, there's no Punjabi, like, you know, I want a coloring book where there's like little Punjabi kids in it, and they can, like, you know, be recognizing their environment with like the colors and like the food and, you know, just like the traditions like that they see in their real life, they can color, you know, and not just be like a basic looking like house and a flower and like the normal like basic go-to kid imprint. Like it was like like the features look like an Indian kid, right? And then make that. So like go to go to there, go to the reviews and create what is missing. That's sort of what I'm planning doing currently, doing an apprenticeship and investing most of my income, but wanted some extra income from a side hustle to keep. Yes. So yeah, there's no way, if you have a 9 to 5, there's no way you can get extra income quicker. You know, you can end up, hello, Chelsea. You can end up, yeah, you know, if you want to wait 10, 15, 20 years, or if you want to speed it up, then put in the time now. Like when I made this ebook right here, I wake up, oh shoot, I wake up and there's sales from this. There's sales, right? It took me 3 months to make this, which is ridiculous. You guys, it does not take 3 months. It takes 24 hours. But that's why I was like, I'm going to help people, because I know that some people know how to do this in 24 hours already. But I know that I was like, I know there's people like me where they're just kind of overwhelmed with the whole thing, like all the platforms and all like the little tedious stuff, right? So let me show you guys something really quick. Where is it? But yeah, like if you put in the time, so what I did was, it was hard. Try to get rid of the word hard. It was challenging. It was challenging to say no to, you know, going to a cool event, right? It was hard to say no to, you know, going out to dinner. It was hard to say no to wanting to saying no to myself to just relax, right? I literally was so frustrated one day, guys. I was like, I'm tired of telling myself that I want to do this thing, and then I just go and I sit and veg out and scroll, right? This was like 3 years ago, before I made the book. And I'd always known that I wanted to do it, but I just kept like not just doing it instead of talking about it, right? So this is I have it as a prop to show you guys, but this is how people receive it. So they receive my ebook like this. So you guys, all I did was invest the time, and I just said no to going out. I said no to even family events. Now, what I told myself is that I won't say no to the children in my family events, like if it's their birthday, a birth, a baby shower, or a wedding. Outside of that, just kicking it, eating, hanging out, all that was, I just locked in. I'm like, I can, it's fine. Like, I need to lock in for this one season to figure this out. And it paid off. It paid, and this is forever. People will be buying this from me forever. And then I'm just going to update the cover, just to kind of keep it fresh over the next few years. Like, always maybe update the cover, maybe add a little bit to it as I learn more. But like, this is, and people have gotten it and they're like, oh, it's, and I'm telling you this to help, to give you an idea really quick. So people are like, let me show you something. I'm giving away, I'm telling you, this is like masterclass level, you guys. And I had to figure all this out on my own. My internet's acting weird. Okay, hold on. So this is what, if you go to this right here, if you go to this, okay, it's loading right now. So, okay, so when you go to my ebook, okay, so this is, boom, okay, I describe it here, but when you go to it, this is describing it all the way down. These are the reviews. These are the reviews. So there's like 10 reviews. So what people are saying, game changer, motivation, super easy. People are saying helpful and encouraging. People are saying read it, you won't regret it. People are saying great information, right? So it says I bought the the Belly Fat ebook guide, you packed so much actual helpful information. You really are out here. So like, I just literally did, what up, Lisa? So I know I'm still live today. So you guys, what I did was I just literally put my experience and I just packaged it up. That's it. That's all I did. So it wasn't hard because I really went through it. So if you really went through something, maybe what's challenging is like maybe kind of like putting it in a structure, but you already have the information. That's the hardest part, but you already have it. So now it's just a matter of if you want to not be lazy or be proactive. So you could actually get an ebook right now, today, or you can still start researching it and then wait for my my course that's coming out very soon. Yes, I still trade stocks, but I not as much. I used to like literally wake up at 5:30. Well, I still wake up at 5:30, but I used to like put on the stock market and actually be joined with the group. Now I don't like, sometimes I'll click into the group sometimes and like just kind of casually listen, but I'm more so now that I have it together with the stock market, I'm more so like pouring into Embody Pursuit, pouring into the community, pouring into, you know, building more digital products, pouring into building my business. But during the 2020 shutdown, I literally was on the stock market for like a year straight, every day for like 8 hours. But I needed to do that so I could understand, like, okay, now there's going to be earnings. Okay, you know, Jerome Powell, who's Jerome Powell? Okay, he's a Fed chair. What's the Fed chair? Like, okay, every time he talks, the stock market moves. Okay, so what's going to be moving? Like all that stuff. So I needed to do that at that time, but my goal wasn't to become a full-time trader. So I just needed to do it so that way I'm just smart. As I continue to make funds from my business, I want to be able to like put it into an investing account for my future. You know what I mean? And not like just spend it on stupid stuff. I'm huge into dividend shares. Yep. But my main love is selling products. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And it's good to be diversified too. Like have some like I have an investing account where it's just dividends that I'm trying to build, and then also growth stocks, right? So some of them don't have dividends, but they're more than likely going to grow in the next 10 years. So you got to like hold those ones for a while. But there's so many cool strategies too. There's hundreds of different thousands of different strategies you can do in the stock market. I only invest in what I understand. I use dividends for my future. Yep. And selling products for now. That's perfect. Yep. So, all right, guys. So this is beautiful. Get my free download right here. Get my free download if you want to reset, get your body together, kind of just like flush out some of the inflammation. What I did all of January, still kind of doing it now, is right here in this free download. Also, too, become a member. I go deeper with you guys. Like if you have something specific, I go way deeper in the membership only. So become a member. If you want to also, if you're like, I don't really need the membership, I don't want to go deeper, but I want to support Embody Pursuit just to be a supporter, because I don't have a Patreon. People are like, get a Patreon, and I'm like, I want to make it easy for you guys. Like I just want, you guys are already here. Like you guys are on YouTube, so I don't want you to then have to click out, go on Patreon, see what I posted on Patreon, and then click on my Instagram and click on my like it's all here. The community is here. This is the #1 priority. So if you want to support the channel in general, become a member. All right. And then also too, when you become a member, this is really cool. I want to show you guys something. YouTube just made this like possible. So when you become a member, you're like, if you really want me to see a comment, this is what happens. Your comments are up first. So there's a members only, and like these are my members. All these blue badges, I get to see, like YouTube pushes them to me first. So if you're like, I feel like Ciana never sees my comments, or, I know she's probably getting bombarded, I guarantee, like, those are the first ones that I see. So if you're just like, I really want to be able to pick Ciana's brain, or, whatever, that's like another luxury of this too. And another thing that I'm doing is I am only, like some of my videos that I post, my members will see it first. So I'll probably have it under members for like a week first, and then it might pop over like for 2 or 3 days, and then it'll pop over. So, and then there's of course just members only content. I think there's like over 50 videos in there for just members. Okay. Crypto is best bet against inflation. Yeah, crypto is actually really cool. I have a little bit in crypto. Crypto is overwhelming for me. That's like another beast, but I'm in the game. I'm in the game, you know. And I'm okay with like being in there a little bit. Like, you know, I'm part of the modern way of things, where things are going, you know. But I'm not like a big crypto, like, you know, connoisseur, right? So if you haven't subscribed by now, what are you doing? If you've been here for this long, subscribe, make sure to like the video, and catch me on the next one. Bye.